Manga-Waido.
My name is Ryoka Koga. I'm 26. I'm a visiting nurse, or what's also known as a home helper. I think it's just coming up to a year since I received my training and started doing call-outs. At first, being a little clumsy, I was constantly confused and flustered. But now I'm used to the job and can work quickly and efficiently on my own. But on the other hand, I do sometimes wonder if I'm not really suited to this job. The reason for that is because I'm an unparalleled meddler. I have a habit of doing things that weren't asked of me without even realizing it. If the house I'm visiting has a dirty window, I can't help but wipe it down. And if any flowers in the flower beds are withered, I want to water them so much I get restless.
Hey, Ryoka! We're visiting nurses, not housekeepers. There is such a thing as being too helpful. Please be a little more aware.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sometimes my coworkers get angry with me, but even still, my hands just start moving before I realize it. I don't see the problem. A little meddling never did anyone any harm. Is there really any need to get that angry? Everyone responds differently, so while there may be some clients who are grateful, there are some who find it annoying and reproach me.
Would you stop hovering? I was gonna clean that up later, as it helps me brighten my mood.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Just like that. After troubling over it for a while, complete the things you're instructed to do to perfection. The only time you'll do things that weren't planned is when you're asked to. I put a lid on my meddling, and as a rule, decided not to do anything unnecessarily. Didn't want to cause my coworkers or our clients any unpleasant feelings. The day after I made my resolution, I made a visit to the Kurata's house. Mr. and Mrs. Kurata live together in the corner of a quiet residential area. They're an elderly couple, and both the husband, Takashi, and his wife, Yuri, are lovely and mild-mannered.
Miss Koga, I'm sorry for being such a nuisance all the time. I'd be fine if not for this damn leg.
Takashi suffers from a numbness in his legs due to his chronic back pain. Although it causes him no problems in daily life, it's difficult for him to take care of his wife by himself. His wife Yuri also has problems with her legs. She suffered a bone fracture. Apparently, she was knocked down from a hit-and-run driver who swerved out from around a bend while she was still out on her daily jog. Takashi's right. I'm sorry for all the trouble we've caused you. Not at all. I'm happy I can be of help to you. Don't hesitate to ask me anything, okay? I visited Mr. and Mrs. Kurata's house almost every day on weekends around dinner time. If I had to put it one way or the other, I'd say Takashi is the type who doesn't speak much, and I have a feeling he set clear boundaries with me. That said, it's not like he was unfriendly or anything, and he was always kind to me and my coworkers. Some of our clients were arrogant, but Mr. and Mrs. Kurata never failed to show us how grateful they were. So I found them somehow soothing to be around. Maybe that's why I was able to attend to their needs all the more conscientiously. Eventually, while I was visiting the Kurata household, they got so comfortable with me that they began calling me by my first name. I enjoy gradually getting closer to them like this too. One day, something happened. I was cleaning around the house, just like always, when unusually, the phone rang.
Hello? Yes? Yes? Oh.
I didn't think anything of it at first, but as the conversation went on, I started to feel that something was wrong with Takashi. I was so curious that, without even noticing, I stopped cleaning. Judging from the way Takashi was speaking, the person on the phone seemed to be his son. As far as I could remember, he was living far away for work.
You need settlement money? Huh? A whole $40,000? I see. That's a lot.
Huh? 40,000 in settlement money? I wonder what on earth happened. I quietly continued to watch Takashi through the narrowly open door.
It's a lot of money, but I think I might be able to scrape it together somehow or other. Okay, yes, don't worry.
I knew it. seemed like his son was in big trouble.
He'll be sending a lawyer over tomorrow. Got it. I'll be ready and waiting.
Lawyer? What the? It seems serious. I'm curious, but should I really go sticking my nose in?
Don't lose heart. I'm going to help you.
But could this be that thing I've been hearing rumors about? My urge to meddle, which I had tried to put a lid on, was stirring relentlessly inside me. I opened the door. Excuse me, Mr. Kurata? That phone call just now. Did something happen?
Oh, you heard that? Apparently my son was caught engaging in misconduct at his company.
His son? Misconduct at work? I'm sure I've heard that before. Isn't this a little suspicious? I was so curious that I asked Takashi to tell me more about it. I'm 120% sure that this is a scam. You mustn't do what they say.
120%? You must be quite confident.
Actually, my aunt fell for a scam just like that. I think they call it relative scam. My aunt on my mother's side was the victim. The poor woman was robbed of most of her retirement savings, and they still haven't caught the culprit. I don't want anything like that happening to you two. Please.
It's fine. Thanks for worrying about us. Actually...
Huh? The next day on the afternoon of the specified date, Mr. and Mrs. Kurata's doorbell rang. As instructed by Takashi, I quickly hid in the next room.
Thank you for inviting me into your home. My name's Aizawa, and I'm in charge of this case. Not at all. I'm just doing my job. Anyway, do you have the money ready?
Before we get on to that, would you mind if I ask you for your lawyer registration number?
Ah, I see. Certainly, sir. There are a lot of scams going around at the moment. It's reasonable to be cautious.
The man began using his phone.
My name is Ryochi Aizawa. My registration number is 41900. As you can see, it's written here on the homepage of the Japanese Lawyers Federation.
I immediately looked up the name and number I just heard. It's real. He's actually registered on the Japanese Lawyers Federation site? But this alone doesn't prove anything. As instructed by Takashi beforehand, I made a phone call to a certain number. Yes. Really? I knew it. No, it's fine. Sorry to have troubled you. I quietly showed my face through the gap in the door and gave Takashi the signal.
Well then, I'm going to head up and get the money I've prepared now. Would you mind waiting a moment?
Certainly.
After waiting a few minutes, Takashi returned at a leisurely pace, holding a thick brown envelope.
Here's the money you requested.
Thank you, sir. Allow me to take this.
Please get my son out of this mess.
Don't worry, sir. Things did look like they may have become serious at one point. But as long as we have this settlement money, there won't be any problems.
Even still, it's not like people are going to forget about my son's misconduct. I'm worried about what might happen to him after this.
To the contrary, it appears we'll be able to quash the issue before it gets out of hand. And your son should be able to continue working normally as before.
Really? I'm pleased to hear that. By any chance, does that mean the company president isn't aware of the matter?
No. He is aware. He's very angry, sir.
Oh, is that so? Well, actually, maybe that will put my mind at rest.
Takashi, quite uncharacteristically, spoke to the man at length and didn't give him a chance to leave.
I think it's about time. By the way, Mr. Aizawa, have you committed crimes before using this same trick?
Huh? Crimes? I'm not quite sure what you mean.
You can cut out the bad acting already. Oh, that's right. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
That was my cue. Give it up! When I boldly dashed out from the next room, the man claiming to be a lawyer was so surprised that he almost jumped out of his seat. I got in touch with your law firm, and when I did, I was told that the lawyer known as Mr. Izawa is working at his desk today.
Ah! You've really got it done it now!
That man's demeanor suddenly changed, and he lunged at me in rage. Ah! That's when it happened. Takashi quickly dashed out in front of me and twisted the man's arm behind his back with a skillful maneuver.
That hurts! Please! It's gonna break!
Time of arrest, 1324. Oops, old habits die hard.
It was immediately after that. I could hear sirens outside. The police had come at the perfect time. The police? Could this be?
I gave them a call as I was getting the money ready just now.
Damn it! I said let me go, damn it!
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for coming. Thank you for getting in touch with us. We'll take it from here.
Turns out Takashi used to be a cop. He revealed that to me after getting the call from the phony lawyer, and that's how we ended up carrying out today's operation. Mr. Kurata's strategy succeeded brilliantly, and the man claiming to be a lawyer was promptly dragged away in handcuffs.
Thanks for your help. He might just have tricked me if you weren't here, Ryoko.
It was nothing, really. Wow, it was amazing how quickly you leapt into action at the critical moment, just like you expect from a former cop.
Maybe I should go back into the force again.
My worry didn't turn out to be completely necessary, but I was at least happy I could help. Maybe my habit of meddling in other people's affairs isn't always so bad after all. A few days later, Mr. and Mrs. Kurata told me something surprising. What? Really? It turns out the con man who just got caught was a member of the group that scammed my aunt.
It's a huge coincidence, I know, but it's official police information, so there's no doubt.
When we heard about what happened to your aunt, we asked them to check it just in case. Does this mean my aunt might get her money back?
It's possible. We should get a call from the police headquarters any time now.
We'll give you a call as soon as we heard from them. Okay, thank you so much. I was so happy I gave them both a big hug.
Well, okay.
After that, all members of the criminal group were arrested, and the full extent of the money they had stolen was revealed. In my aunt's case, it was a bank transfer scam, so she was eligible for relief under Bank Transfer Fraud Relief Act. My aunt called me with delight. Turns out she got every last penny of her money back. If there's something you think you should be doing, you should get involved without thinking of it as meddling. As for me, I'm gonna continue with my job in my own way.